No matter how ardent in your passage planning, no matter how prepared you pretend to be, worst case scenario is right around the corner.
We don't have any eyes on Maya.
We were really hoping to find Maya near the entrance to the channel, but they are still nowhere to be seen.
It doesn't take much for something to go wrong, but when it does, having a friend or aide close by makes any task less daunting.
I'll get on the boat with you.
And when it's all said and done, and you're in the aftermath trying not to focus on the can of worms that just unceremoniously blew its top, having a friend or aide close by makes taking your mind off things that much easier.
Dinner very quickly, right before bed.
We're Will and Em.
Say something cool.
Something cool.
And we're living on the hook in our sailboat, Appa. For nearly a decade, we planned and plotted our escape from the Fire Nation, aka our day jobs, and now we're hightailing it on the high seas aboard our sailing bison.
Papa got the zoomies.
After a year of isolation in the remote Sea of Cortez, we're venturing south towards a new ocean with new friends, and of course our trusty sidekick, Blue Dog. Subscribe, kick your feet up, and join us on our quest to master the elements and sail everywhere.
We feel so spoiled right now. Neither of us are in the frame. We feel so spoiled right now having the AC on.
Got it to the perfect temperature.
Will is cooking on the grill outside so that the place doesn't get hot from the oven or the stovetop.
Hello.
And in here is probably like 40 degrees cooler than outside.
Easily, dude. And there's no mosquitoes in here, and the humidity's at 0. It's dangerously nice.
Yeah. We said this afternoon we're growing roots. Yeah. First time running the boat AC. Totally glad that Will convinced me to keep at least one. Worth it.
Worth it.
We're good.
Now that all the members of the fleet are safely tied off to their respective docks here in Puerto Chiapas, we're ready to celebrate not just the completion of this last daunting passage, but of successfully making it to the furthest reaches of Mexico. We're heading on to new lands. Some of us have been sailing these waters for years, while some of us are just starting our journey. But for now, it's time for one final fiesta. And this time, we're doing it like the locals.
Walking down the Mexican highway. There's protests, so the car can't go any further.
We think there's protests. I don't know. Everything is going wrong.
Yeah, and we're walking. Hit that car. My bad.
I'm ready.
Is there a person over there? You get the lady.
So Will's a little bit mad at me because it's hot outside, apparently. Too hot. So I'm doing a boat job to kind of give him space. Our sails are original to the boat, so they're pretty old, they're pretty worn. Could stand to be replaced, but we aren't quite there yet. They haven't blown out, knock on wood. So we are repairing instead. The bolt that runs through the front of the sail that attaches to the mast has a couple different areas where it's starting to fray and create holes. So I'm going to try to patch them today. We did buy some spare sail material when we did the bimini and the protective UV canvas on the head sail. The material that goes around the bolt isn't quite sail material, but I'm going to use the sail material just because it's what we have, and I don't want to put canvas on it. That doesn't seem like a one-to-one. My plan is to kind of like fold under the existing fabric and then tuck a patch into the hole to try to mitigate any further tearing. We're gonna look at it and see. It's right up against one of the batten holders, and so I have to take that off. It looks like it's just a bunch of like Phillips head bolts with nuts on the other side. I just to make sure I don't lose any of them because they're really, really tiny. But that's my first order of business, and then I'm going to dig out the sail material from the back bedroom and get to work on trying to patch it. I'm hoping that I can use Island Fox's Sailrite to get it patched, otherwise I may be stuck hand sewing the whole thing. I don't want to have to hand sew it because the thread that's in our hand sew is pretty bulky. It's like the very traditional wax sail thread, which I could probably replace and use our normal thread with, but we're going to see how that goes. Hi, baby. Goodbyes are never easy. These were undoubtedly some of the hardest. Fair winds! Whatever fate brought us all together definitely did us a solid. Bye! Fair winds! Yeah! Bruce! We'll cross paths again soon, but until then, Fair winds, friends.
Again, sad to be parting ways with so many cool people, but it's just the nature of cruising. We still have Maya here with us. They are still having transmission issues. They got a new transmission, but it's stuck in customs right now, so they're kind of in limbo. But we're hoping that they are able to get that sorted pronto so that they can come with us.
Yeah. I actually helped them pull their old transmission out. Maybe you'll see a little video of that somewhere in the future. But they're also hoping to get the transmission in while I'm still here, so I can help them put it back in.
We are, fingers crossed, leaving Marina Chiapas on Sunday of this week, this coming Sunday.
A couple more days.
A few more days. We'll do, if all goes according to plan and nothing crazy happens, we will do immigration checkout process in the airport on Friday. And then on Sunday, the port captain and the Navy will come and do another boarding, and they'll search the boat or whatever, do all of our paperwork there for the port captain to check out, and then we will be on our way to Bahia del Sol to cross the bar.
Wish us luck.
Wish us luck. We have a few small jobs, odds and ends, that we're going to try to do while we're on the dock here, just to wrap things up, get some cleaning done with the fresh water.
Before we try to cross that bar, because that might be the last you hear from us.
Oh, don't say that.
The end of the sailing bison.
No. I refuse. The Golden Anchor Pirates never say die.
Getting the green light on our window into El Salvador meant we'd be parting ways with the last remaining members of the fleet. And not seeing any sense in wallowing about it, the four of us decided to make the most of our final few days together.
How long's it been since you drove, Will? Struggling with them keys over there.
Don't we normally put the lock button as the biggest one? For them, it's unlock.
Driving east down the 200, you see a lot of small towns, a lot of farmland. Every few miles, highways interchange and rest stops and restaurants pop up.
It's so much beef. It's so good.
Underneath all the steel and asphalt, thousands of years of human history are hidden. 10 miles east of the marina lies a crossroads. Not between highways, but in time.
Our dog, eh?
All right, we found the pyramids. There's no tickets. Just walk on up. They're right there.
We parked in front of some lady's house. She looked at us like we were crazy.
Yeah, she was very nice about it, though.
She was.
So yeah, our first pyramids while cruising the world.
First pyramids, me too. Some of the oldest in the world. The oldest of the Mayan culture. Let me channel my inner David Attenborough.
It's gotta be kind of cool having a house on the pyramids.
Yeah, I mean, that's what...
Sprawled alongside the modern infrastructure lies the ruins of Izapa. 1.4 miles of ancient architecture still being uncovered. There are a few sections here open to the public, so as is the natural progression of these things, the four of us found ourselves standing atop a 3,000-year-old pyramid. Looking down into the ancient city, it's easy to imagine a thriving community. Structured pathways, open squares. There's even evidence of live entertainment, which led me down a rabbit hole about the Mesoamerican ballgame. Fascinating. It got me thinking about all the other indigenous peoples and cultures we've learned about across Mexico. We've been able to see up close some of the oldest artwork in the country. We learned about funeral practices in Mazatlan and the resilience of the tribes in Oaxaca. Here in Chiapas, we're seeing whole ancient cities standing proudly, offering a glimpse across the expanse of time. Entering Chiapas was like walking through a doorway, leaving one room behind in order to visit another.
It's a tiny marina.
Mexico has been a gateway for us in many ways. Our introduction to full-time sailing, learning how to adapt to and immerse ourselves in a different culture, to learn a new language.
Sí, ¿dónde está el otra negra flag?
It brought us into a world of ingenuity, one that utilizes resources responsibly and finds effective solutions with unsuspecting items. Mexico was a milestone, a testament to resilience, an ode to the ocean. 5,000 nautical miles of it. When deciding how we'd memorialize our time in this beautiful place, there was really only one answer. Stumbling upon Carlotta and her floating tattoo shop was destiny. Time to upgrade the armor. We've got bigger bosses to beat. Will, unfortunately, has food poisoning. Really bad. This might be the most rain we've ever had on the boat. These waves are huge. This is way worse than El Tata. I regret everything I've said. This is so sketchy. I'm gonna shit my pants. This is so scary. Ooh. Full speed, full speed, full speed.
The end of the sailing bison.